Welcome to the Holding Hands and Throwing Fists podcast. I got the mic.
And I have the opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Season 9, Episode 10, Episode 133, by the way.
It all comes together now.
133.
Cool.
All right, what's up, everyone? This week's going to be a quick one. We were just talking about how this episode should have been categorized as a half episode, but we got that count. We got to protect that count. So we can categorize it as a special kind of episode called Not Much Going On and We Don't Care, but here's an episode anyway.
That is precisely what it is. George did all the notes. I barely read them. I'm going for under 10 minutes. We're going to see how this goes.
We just hit a minute, and you've kept us on track so many times, so this is my awful way of trying to repay us by keeping us on track.
Okay, thank you.
Last week, we told you about the boxing match between Gervonta Tank Davis and pretty boy Ryan Garcia. Well, shockingly, we got home after a beautifully perfect afternoon of baptizing our new goddaughter, Maya, and my ass took a long nap. I made plans with my brother to go over to his house to watch the boxing match, and guess what? I made it.
Babe, bravo.
Zero thanks to my co-host who has zero faith in me actually following through.
I'm proud of you. I truly am.
Thank you.
And wasn't it raining when you left too?
Yeah, I really journeyed.
The 9 blocks to your brothers.
So what happened in this fight? Exactly what we all thought. Tank beat him via 7th round stoppage after a brutal body shot to the liver. While there's not a whole lot to analyze in this fight, why I did want to call it out as important a Holding Hands and Throwing Fists team fight is that both guys kind of won.
Okay.
Listen, Tank is a beast and we all know that. Ryan was a tiny bit soft and potentially injured in the exact area coming into the fight. And we all knew that too, that he was a little soft. Whatever. But in a sport, boxing, where these guys don't get together to actually fight until years too late, these two young dudes, Tank is 28 and Ryan's only 24, they made it happen. The whole fight had a special feel to it that was different than any UFC and different than any other huge over-the-top boxing fight as well. It wasn't as overblown or as extended as Fury versus Wilder either. So we say congrats to both dudes and really hope this is a shift in boxing for all these people protecting their undefeated records. Go out there and put on exciting and entertaining fights and make your money and let us enjoy it. And that's what this fight was.
That's cool.
In a Brooklyn summary, mad people call Garcia a soft-ass bitch, but he's the only one who's actually out there doing the fucking thing, so fuck out of here with that shit.
All right.
Babe.
This weekend in the UFC, there's a chill fight night with Song Yadong fighting Ricky Simone. It was canceled from last Saturday, so now apparently it's the main event this Saturday, which goes to show why I didn't want to record today, because there's fucking nothing to talk about. But here we are. We're probably going to watch it because why not? But there really is nothing at all that seems special on it. Next week, however, is a pretty big pay-per-view with our boy Aljo defending his belt against returning from retirement champ Henry Cejudo. You definitely remember us talking about Henry Cejudo so many times, but also not so long ago, because George had this great revelation of like, with a cross between UFC and Olympics, Henry Cejudo should be our favorite fighter for merging those worlds for us. And he's not. And because he's fighting Aljo, I definitely want him to lose. So this fight is a big deal for the division. And depending on the outcome, we could see a crazy series of events. If Aljo wins, like, does he actually fight Merab, his BFF? I doubt it. Does he fight Sean O'Malley? I hope so, because he can make money. What happens if Cejudo wins?
What happens?
Does he go up to fight Volk at 145? Does Merab fight him as a payback for taking the championship from his best friend? Sean? Corey Sanhagen? So many options, and we're excited to find out what happens.
You could just probably ignore that one because we'll just talk about it, or we did. Or you could go ahead, whatever you want.
Okay, I'm going to ignore it because this themes episode is there's not much going on and we don't care, but here's an episode anyway.
Hey, we made it 133 episodes before phoning it in. I also did want to actually talk about MMA Fashion, but we're going to do mostly boxing edition. Ryan Garcia's walkout robe and shorts were freaking awesome.
All right.
It was like all black and sparkly black. So there was some sort of embroidery or whatever. It was just awesome looking.
Yeah,
it was
I
mad
like
classy.
it's tasteful. Very tasteful.
Very tasteful. At the time when I was watching it, I thought Tank was repping holding hands and throwing fist colors, but it turned out to be more like Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is still pretty cool.
It kind of looks like a mermaid.
Ethan's right. If we do get famous, it's going to be because of boxing fashion.
But his sneakers are fucking so cool.
Dude, we've been. I don't remember if we've been talking about it on the podcast at all, but like lately, I've been getting into chains, like watching people's chains and looking at their chains and being like, "Damn, bro, I want to get mad ice."
Oh, no ice.
Which I'm not really gonna do. But Floyd's chains were insane. You're just gonna keep playing random shit while we're talking?
trying to. This is the link you provided for me, and it's fucking stupid.
Put it on mute. So Floyd's chains were insane. Say that 3 times fast.
Floyd's chains were insane. Floyd's chains were insane. Floyd's chains were insane.
Pretty good, babe. Mauro Ranallo was calling the Showtime or the Zone event. It's so weird how they even do it, but that's what's awesome, that they made the fight happen. Because I don't know who's part of Showtime and who's part of the Zone, but whatever, they made it happen. Mauro Ranallo, who's a commentator who does, we've talked about him before because he does Bellator and all these other events. His suit was fire. He normally doesn't. I don't see him like dressing that fine. It kind of looked like that red blazer that I have that I think I wore to Taylor's wedding. But it was an all over suit. It was really cool.
Oh, that is nice.
And then, like, again, I fucking don't even like bringing him up because I don't want to bring up Conor all the fucking time. But goddamn, dude, he really did look good, even though he looked like shit. Like, his clothes looked great.
I mean,
but
he looked really bad.
After the loss, he went backstage to kind of cheer up Ryan. And it was kind of cool because Conor has taken those risks, right? Like, he's taken the risks and losses. So Conor's like a good person to like mention that stuff. Kind of like keep your head up, and he wants to see a rematch without the weight rehydration clause, but nobody cares about any of that. It's 5:00, but
oh, talk about chains. George doesn't want to talk about the money he dropped on that new watch.
Dude,
don't tell them. Let them picture how fly your watch is.
This is the first watch, honestly, I could say. I think this is the first watch that I've ever really truly loved.
Stop it.
Yeah, maybe the Fossil that I got in 6th grade. I love that one too.
You better hope to fucking God I didn't give you a watch at some point.
You gave me so many, and I love this one so much more. No, you gave me Nixons, which were awesome, and Swatches, which were great. And now I'm getting us almost to the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to keep going.
All right.
Conor wore an orange blazer, which has kind of been what he's been wearing lately, but the floral shirt that he had was fire.
It looked incredible. He
cool.
looked incredible. He just did. And I really feel like you need an orange blazer there.
I know, I've been looking, so if anybody finds one, send
maybe
it my
you
way.
could get an orange blazer. Everyone look for one, and we could wear it to the Knicks game.
Hey, Knicks versus Celtics in the conference finals. I think that's what we're doing.
Uh-oh.
And then actually, when they go to the finals, we're going in debt, baby. All right, I'm gonna hit us with the Fast No Fighting, and I'm not even gonna put the theme music in.
What?
Yeah.
No fucking fighting.
There we go.
That'll do.
The Post had this headline, the New York Post. It came up on my Google News search. I saw this picture straight from Instagram, primary source, if you will.
I bet you did.
UFC analyst Laura Sanko turns heads with bikini thirst trap. Scroll down, babe.
Oh.
The knockers are out.
Oh, I actually am saying this is not a thirst trap.
Why not?
It's not. I don't know. It doesn't feel.
You think it's tasteful?
I don't know. I didn't say that either. It doesn't feel like a thirst trap, and it certainly doesn't feel like a fucking New York Post journalist in quotation marks should be fucking saying anything about anyone.
You heard Laura Sanko? This Holding Hands and Throwing Fists is a loyal podcast. We're Team Sanko. We're Team Sanko. Always have been, always will be. We're talking about Survivor. Our boy Danny played a sick move last week and protected Franny, and then got Brandon sent home.
It was hashtag blindside.
Yeah. We were I got up from My fucking lazy ass that day. The Knicks are up 3-1 over the Cavs in the playoff. What a way to break our hearts, huh?
No,
to be up 3-1 and fucking lose.
It's not happening.
And the Mets lost last night, but they're 14-9 for the season, so not bad.
All right, we'll take a winning record any day of the week.
10 minutes, 10 seconds. Just remember, continue to hold hands and throw fists if necessary. 10-10 wins.